Clutter. It creeps in quietly. One item, then two, then 100, until your home feels heavy. Until you feel heavy. But there's another way, a simple way, a path the Japanese have followed for centuries. Habits that turn small rooms into calm havens. Practices that clear not just shelves, but also the mind. And today, we walk through them together. 10 powerful habits, 10 lessons that can change the way you live. Stay with me, because by the end, you won't just see a cleaner home. You'll feel a lighter self. 1. The power of Danshari. In Japan, there's a word that sounds simple, but it carries a very deep meaning. Danshari. 3 parts, 3 lessons. First, refuse. Second, release. Third, separate. Refuse what doesn't belong to your life. Release what you don't use anymore. Separate yourself from the constant desire of owning more. It is not just cleaning. It is almost spiritual. Imagine walking into a room where every corner feels heavy, every shelf filled, every drawer stuck. You feel it in your chest. Then imagine the opposite. A room where each item matters. A chair, a light, a cup, a book. That's all. Breathing feels easier there. The Japanese use Danshari as a way of resetting their homes and also their minds. The decision is not easy. You must look at your things and ask, why do I keep you? Do you serve me or do you own me? Sometimes the truth is painful. That jacket you never wear. That gadget still in the box. That stack of papers. Letting go is tough, but when you do, the silence of space greets you. This habit, once you practice it, reshapes your home until it feels more like a temple of calm rather than a storage room of regrets. 2. The habit of Mottainai. There's another word. Mottainai. It whispers a warning. What a waste. But in Japan, it is more than a warning. It is a way of living, a way of treating objects like they have life inside them. Shoes are polished and repaired instead of thrown away at the first tear. Old jars become storage for spices. A torn shirt becomes a cleaning rag. People stop and think before discarding. They hesitate before wasting. This habit is rooted in respect. Respect for the effort that went into making the thing. Respect for money spent. Respect for the planet. Imagine standing in front of your overflowing closet. So many clothes you barely wear. In Japan, Mottainai would ask you why. Why buy so much when 1 or 2 will serve you well? Why waste when repair is possible? When you live by this principle, you stop clutter from ever forming in the first place. You consume slower. You value more. You see beauty in the old, usefulness in the broken, and life in the simple. 3. The art of seasonal decluttering. Every season has its rhythm. In Japan, people match their homes with that rhythm. They call it oasuji, a great cleaning. But it is not just about dusting. It is about renewal. As the year ends, families open windows, air flows in, and everything unnecessary is thrown out. It feels ceremonial, almost sacred. The idea is clear. Do not bring the baggage of the past into the new year. But many people don't wait only for December. Seasonal decluttering is done before spring, before summer, before autumn. It becomes a cycle. Your home never gathers too much because you're always letting go at the right time. Think about your own home. How many boxes sit untouched year after year? How many drawers hide items you don't even remember owning? Japanese seasonal decluttering teaches that time itself is a reminder to check, to refresh, to release. And every time you do it, your home breathes again. 4. The practice of one in, one out. The homes in Japan are often small. Every inch matters. This is why the one in, one out habit is common. The logic is simple. If you buy something new, you remove something old. No exceptions. A new coat? Then one must go. A new cup? Then an old one must be given away. This is not harsh. This is balance. Without it, space suffocates. Many of us keep buying without releasing. Soon the closet can't close. The kitchen shelf bends. The garage looks like a maze. But in Japan, they prevent this early. They control it like a rule. It forces you to think, do I really need this? Do I love it enough to replace something else? If the answer is weak, you don't buy it. This habit changes your shopping, changes your clutter, changes your home. It is discipline, quiet but powerful discipline. 5. Creating a home for every item. A Japanese household doesn't let objects wander. Everything has a home. Keys in a bowl, shoes in a cabinet, books on a shelf. Even the smallest items are not allowed to float endlessly. Why? Because order is fragile. A spoon left out today, a shirt dropped on the chair tomorrow. Soon the house feels messy. The habit of giving each item a home solves this silently. It is almost like teaching respect. Respect the object by returning it. Respect the home by keeping balance. And respect yourself by saving time and stress. In Japan, many use baskets, wooden boxes, shelves divided neatly. Not fancy, just functional. The effect is powerful. Imagine never having to search for your charger, never losing your favorite pen, never opening a drawer and finding chaos. This is how small discipline leads to big peace. And when practiced daily, clutter doesn't even get a chance to exist. 6. The ritual of gratitude toward objects. It may sound strange, thanking objects, but in Japan it is common. You hold a shirt and you say, "Thank you for keeping me warm." You hold an old cup and say, "Thank you for serving me." Then you let it go. This ritual, made popular worldwide by Marie Kondo, is more than polite words. It is a psychological release. Because often we don't throw things away not because we need them, but because guilt ties us to them. That gift you never liked, that book you never finished, that tool you never used. They sit heavy because you feel wasteful letting them go. Gratitude solves that. Gratitude tells you it already served a purpose. It already gave you something, and now it can move on. This habit allows people to declutter with kindness instead of force. The result is not just a clean home, but also a lighter heart. 7. Minimalism through Shibui aesthetics. Japanese design has a beauty that feels quiet. It is called Shibui. Simple, subtle, balanced. This habit shapes how people decorate their homes. Instead of stuffing rooms with decor, they keep only a few meaningful pieces. Instead of buying flashy items, they choose calm tones, natural textures, and designs that don't scream. The result is not emptiness, but elegance. A room where the eye rests easily. A room where space feels alive, not crowded. When clutter is removed, you see what remains more clearly. The vase on the table shines. The wooden floor feels warm. The air itself feels lighter. Shibui aesthetics remind us that beauty is not in excess but in restraint. You don't need more furniture to make a room beautiful. You don't need more colors to make it bright. You need only balance. And when you follow this, your home becomes not just tidy, but deeply soothing. 8. Daily micro-decluttering. Not every habit is grand. Some are small, very small. The Japanese practice micro-decluttering. A few minutes, a simple act, dishes washed after meals, clothes folded right after drying, shoes placed back immediately, trash removed daily. It sounds ordinary, but it prevents disaster because clutter builds like dust, slowly, silently, until one day it becomes overwhelming. Daily micro-decluttering cuts that before it grows. The habit is light, almost invisible, but over time, it creates a constant order. Imagine never facing a mountain of laundry, never spending hours on dishes, never having to deep clean for days, because everything was already done in little pieces. This is discipline in disguise, and it is what makes Japanese homes feel calm, even when life is busy. 9. Decluttering through multi-use items. Japanese homes are not large, so creativity is survival. They rely on multi-use items. A futon bed that folds away to give space during the day. A table that doubles as storage. A pot that can cook different meals instead of 10 specialized gadgets. This habit reduces not just clutter, but also waste of money and space. It makes life flexible. Instead of owning 10, you own 2. Instead of filling cabinets, you free them. And the freedom is visible. You walk into a room that feels open, not crammed. You live in a home where every item works hard for you. This mindset is powerful. It changes how you buy. Instead of chasing every new gadget, you search for one that truly fits many needs. And that habit keeps your home from drowning in possessions that look useful but are rarely touched. 10. Embracing empty space as beauty. Perhaps the most radical habit is the simplest. Leaving space empty. In Japanese culture, emptiness itself is beauty. They call it ma, a pause, a gap, a silence. Western homes often feel the urge to fill. Every wall decorated, every shelf crowded, every table topped. But in Japan, space is allowed. A corner without furniture, a wall with nothing on it, a shelf with only one vase. It looks quiet, but feels alive. Space breathes. Space calms. Space makes the things you do stand out stronger. The lesson here is profound. You do not need to fill every inch to feel complete. In fact, the more you leave open, the lighter your home and your mind become. This habit transforms not only your rooms, but your thinking. You stop seeing emptiness as lack. You start seeing it as peace. And so, here we are, 10 habits, each small, yet each with power. They're not just about things, but about life. About choosing balance instead of excess. About choosing calm instead of noise. The Japanese way of decluttering is not a trick, it's a philosophy. One that tells you to respect what you own, to let go of what owns you, and to see beauty in empty space. If you take even one of these habits and make it your own, your home will begin to change. Slowly, quietly, and then completely. This was Rustic Pantry. If you found value here, don't just move on. Stay with us. Subscribe, because together we'll keep finding the small, timeless habits that make life simpler, lighter, and better.